Hi all, today we will discuss this pattern. If you see this pattern, we are seeing like say, if you observe the each row ending element, see this side if you observe the same elements are there 7 7 7 7 7, but this side if you observe the elements 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? The elements are in the increasing order. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay. So okay, 7 6 only, I think. It is 6. Okay, here another element 7 also there. Okay, actually this is the pattern we want. See, if you observe this pattern, here the if you observe this side of the elements are same 7 7 7, but if you observe this side of elements 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, right? So the elements are in the increasing order. Okay, we have to take the rows of the elements starting from 1 to 7. Okay, so for the each row we have to take for int I equal to 1, we have to take from 1 to 7. It should print, right? 7 rows we want, right? So totally there are 7 rows, so we have to take 7 7 times. We have to repeat the outer loop. Okay, so int I equal to 1, I less than or equal to n, I plus plus we have to take. Okay, and if you take the if you observe the elements in the each row, the elements are in the decreasing order, right? 7 6 5 4 3 2 1, 7 6 5 4 3 2, 7 6 5 4 3, like that. So the elements in the each row are in the decreasing order. So we have to write inner j for loop to print the elements of the each row. Okay, how we have to write int j is equal to n, from n to 1, right? So we have to consider like int j is equal to n, j greater than or equal to I, j minus minus we have to take decreasing order, right? So j is equal to n to j greater than or equal to I, j minus minus we have to write. Okay, so if you observe the spaces in the first row, you don't have any spaces. So starting from the second row, we are having spaces: 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 4 space, here 5 spaces, here 6 spaces, right? So from 1 to 6 it has to print the spaces, right? So the spaces are in the increasing order. Okay, so now if you observe, we will write the program and we will see how to print that pattern. Okay, so first of all I am taking package statement as usual. Package com dot enter I am taking. Then after package statement I have to take class statement. Okay, public class I am taking pattern24. I am taking, after that I am taking main method. So if you observe, so we have to enter the number of rows from the keyboard, right? For that we have to create scanner object. Okay, scanner is equal to new scanner of system dot in I am taking. Okay, so after that I have to take sysout statement saying how many rows you want in this pattern. How many rows you want in this pattern. How many rows you want in this pattern. We have to do control shift O, so that we will get the import statement automatically. Okay, import statement for a scanner class. Okay, control shift O, right? Then how many rows you want to enter in this pattern. After that, whatever the entered value in the keyboard, we have to store in one n. After that we have to print the output, saying here is your output pattern. Saying here is your output pattern. Okay, so after that, for the how many rows are there in the pattern, we want how many rows to print. We want 7 rows to print, right? So I am taking from, sorry, not here. So we want 7 rows, right? So I am taking 7 rows, right? From 1 to n, 7 rows I want in the increasing order. So for int I equal to 1, I less than or equal to n, I plus I am taking. Okay, as the rows are in the increasing order. And I think we want another closing loop. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, right? So as the rows are in the increasing order from 1 to 7, I have taken I equal to 1, I less than or equal to n, I plus. Okay, then I have to, first of all we will print the elements. Okay, to print the elements side by side I am writing. So how the elements in the each row, if you observe the elements in the each row, see how the elements 7 6 5 4 3 2 1 7 6 5 4 3 2, like elements are in the increasing order, right? So I have to, oh no, sorry, elements are in the decreasing order, 7 6 5 4 3 2 1, decreasing order, right? In the each row if you observe the elements. So that's why we have to take from n to j is equal to, from j is equal to n to j greater than or equal to j greater than or equal to I am taking. Okay, j greater than or equal to I am taking, and j minus. Okay, now if you observe, yes, dot print statement I am taking. So if you observe, so I am printing the elements side by side. Okay, after that I am coming to the next row. For that I am taking ln statement, and after that, after closing all outer for loop, I have to close the scanner object. For that I am taking sa.close, and we will see how the elements will print. Okay, suppose I am taking 7, right? We got the elements order same, right? See, 7 6 5 4 3 2 1, 7 6 5 4 3 2, same elements pattern we got, right? So whatever the elements we want to print in this pattern, we printed those elements. Okay, now we want spaces between the elements. Okay, so for that I am taking spaces. I am adding the spaces between the elements, right? 7 6 5 4 3 2 1, spaces are there in between. So in between the elements I printed spaces, but in starting of the each row we have spaces, right? In the first row we don't have any space. In the from the second row, before starting of the each element, we are seeing spaces, right? In the each row, here 1 space, here 2 spaces, here 3 spaces, here 4 spaces, right? Here 5 spaces, here 6 spaces, right? At the fourth element is printing. At the middle of the fourth element, 7 element is there. So before this many spaces are there, 1 2 3 4 5 6 spaces are there totally, right? So 1 to 6 we have to print the spaces. We should not print any space in the first row. From the second row we have to print the spaces. starting from 1 to last row 6. Okay, so we have to write another for loop to print the spaces. This is to print elements. Okay, to print elements and to print spaces. We have to write another for loop saying for from 1 to 6 we want, right? So from int j is equal to 1 to j less than I am taking. Okay, less than I am taking, and j plus less. Okay, right? So from 1 to 6 it will print the spaces. Okay, and here I am adding space, one space. So if you observe this loop, whenever j is equal to 1, whenever I equal to 1, j is equal to 1, 1 less than 1, so 1 less than 1, this condition is false, right? So that's why it will not print any space in the first row. Okay, it will not print any space for the first row for I equal to 1. Whenever I equal to 2, for the second row, j is equal to 1 and 1 less than 2. This condition is true, right? 1 less than 2 is true. That's why it will print one space. After that, j value will become 2. 2 less than 2. This condition is false. That's why it will not print any space. Only one space it will print in the second row, and it will come to the next for loop for printing the elements. Okay, so after printing one space in the second row, it will print the spaces. So for the first row, it will not print any spaces. It will directly come to this for loop to print the elements. So j is equal to 7. J means 7 greater than or equal to 1. For the first row I am saying j is equal to 7, j greater than or equal to 1. So means 7 greater than or equal to 1. True, right? So it will print 7 element. After that, 7 minus 1, 6 it will become j value, right? Then 6 greater than or equal to 1, true. 5 greater than or equal to 1, true. It will print the 5 element. 4 greater than or equal to 1, it will print the 4 element, right? After that, 3 greater than or equal to 1, it will print a 3 element. 2 greater than or equal to 1, it will print 2 element. 1 greater than or equal to 1, this will print 1 element. After that, after printing 1, 1 minus 1, 0, right? 0 greater than or equal to 1. This condition is false. That's why it will stop printing the elements and it will come to the next row. Okay, we will see now. This is what we want, right? 7 6 5 4 3 2 1, 7 6 5 4 3 2 7 7, like this. So this is how we have to write the Java program to print the elements in this pattern. Okay, so suppose if I am giving, again I am running. Okay, so how many, suppose if I want to print the pattern for 10 rows, I can give 10. See, it will print the pattern like this. Whatever the, how many rows you want, that many elements you can give as input, and it will print that many number of rows as a input. Okay, suppose I am printing 15 as input, it will print the 15 rows. Okay, like this. This is how we have to print this pattern. Okay, so now, okay, you want okay, I am putting debug points. Okay, if you, okay, I am debugging the application. Debug is Java application. Okay, how many rows you want in this pattern? Suppose 7 I am giving. Okay, see, control came to this line directly, and we will go to the step over. Next line we will go. See, so now it will control came to this line. So I is equal to 1 here, and j is and I, and n value is 7, right? I value is 1. 1 less than or equal to 7. 1 less than or equal to 7. This condition is true, right? So for the first row, 1 less than or equal to 7. So it will go into the next for loop. Okay. And to print the spaces, it will come to print the spaces. So j is equal to 1, j less than, means 1 less than 1, right? So 1 less than 1, this condition is false, right? So it will not print any spaces. Okay, it will directly come to this j loop. It will not go into the system or dot print statement, because 1 less than 1, this condition is false. Okay, it has not went to the system dot print statement, because 1 less than 1 condition is false. Okay, it will directly come to print the elements in the first row. So here j is equal to 1, 1 greater than or equal, sorry, j is equal to n, right? Means j is equal to 7, and 7 greater than or equal to 1. This condition is 2, right? So it should print 1. Okay, so it will print j element, right? Means j is 7 here, it will print 7. After that, j minus 1 it will become, right? Now j value is 7, 7 minus 1, 6 it will become, 6 greater than or equal to 1, right? 6 greater than or equal to 1. So it will print a 6 element, right? 6. After that, 5 it will print, 5 greater than or equal to 1, 4 greater than or equal to 1, 3 greater than or equal to 1. It is doing j minus minus, okay? 2 greater than or equal to 1, 1 greater than or equal to 1, like that. So now 1 minus 1, 0, 0 greater than or equal to 1. This condition is false. That's why it will not enter the system dot print statement, and it will directly come to the next row. Okay, like that. Now, what is the I value? I value is 2 next time, right? For the second row. Okay, like this. Okay, like this. For I equal to 2, second row it will print the spaces and it will print the elements like this. Okay, this is how we have to debug and we have to check our output. Now I equal to 4, right? After printing 3 spaces, it will 7, 6, 5, 5, 7. Next time, what is the I and j value here? J value is 5 and I value is 6 for the 6th row, right? So 5 less than 6, this is 2, right? That's why it will print 1 space here. Okay, like this, 7, 6. So after that, last row. For the last row, 7 plus 1, 8, right? 8 less than or equal to 7. This condition is false, right? That's why it will stop the programming and it will come to next statement. See dot close statement, and it will stop the execution. This is how we can debug and check our output. Okay, hope you understand. If you have any doubts, please comment below. Thank you.